90-day fiancés Sarper and Shekina leave home for shocking new adventure after divorce news. Sarper Güven and Shekina Garner from 90-day Fiancé left their home in Los Angeles to embark on a new trip across the United States. The couple was recently featured in 90-day Fiancé Season 11, where they faced several challenges on the road to marriage. Just a month after their unconventional wedding ceremony, their relationship began to deteriorate. During the 90-day Fiancé Season 11 tell-all, Sarper and Shekina admitted that they were no longer getting along, with Sarper confessing that he didn't enjoy being married. They had multiple heated arguments on and off camera, leading many fans to believe they might end up divorced. Despite the challenges, Sarper and Shekina have managed to keep their relationship strong and recently revealed that they are happy together, dismissing any speculation of a possible divorce. Shekina and Sarper have started to enjoy their marriage and recently embarked on a new travel adventure. Shekina shared some beautiful pictures with Sarper from their escapade. In the caption, she expressed, "Love exploring the US with you." When an Instagram user, @itsbeckyboop, asked, "Where are you guys?" Shekina excitedly responded, "Utah." Although Sarper enjoyed the trip, which involved fishing, he mentioned, "Sarper and Wild was fun, but I think I'm more a city guy." What Shekina and Sarper's Utah adventure means for relationship. Shekina and Sarper want to create beautiful new memories. Shekina and Sarper have always had a troubled relationship. Although they appear to love each other, they have distinctly different personalities. Sarper is perceived as a controlling partner, while Shekina appears self-centered and sometimes struggles to understand Sarper's needs, including the sacrifice he made by leaving his family in Turkey to move to the United States. They were unable to have any meaningful discussions during the tell-all due to their tendency to argue. Shekina even suggested that only therapy could improve their relationship. However, things seem to have improved for them since then. Shekina and Sarper have rekindled their bond and seem excited about their future together. This getaway to Utah shows that they are committed to reconnecting with each other after experiencing rocky moments in 90-day Fiancé Season 11. They are ready to move past the drama and escape the everyday stress in Los Angeles by seeking solace in nature in Utah. This vacation may represent a fresh start for the couple, as they create new memories and leave their past drama behind. Our take on Shekina and Sarper bonding after relationship troubles. Shekina and Sarper seem determined to salvage their relationship. Viewers witnessed Shekina and Sarper constantly arguing during the 90-day Fiancé Season 11 tell-all, sparking rumors that they might decide to break up. However, the couple's recent trip to Utah has made it clear that they aren't giving up on each other and are committed to working on their relationship. Shekina and Sarper want to show that their love will endure despite the odds, and they don't want to be seen as a doomed couple. By traveling together, the 90-day Fiancé couple hopes to resolve their conflicts and show how happy they can be as a couple. 90-day Fiancé Season 11 trailer reveals first ever throuple in the franchise as Sarper and Shekina return. The upcoming Season 11 of 90-day Fiancé has released its first trailer and announced the first throuple of the franchise. 90-day Fiancé has been going strong for several years now. With Season 7 of Before the 90 Days ending soon, a new season of the mainline show gives fans more to look forward to. The trailer for Season 11 has revealed several new and returning couples. For example, Shekina Garner and Sarper Güven have announced their return, hoping to finally marry in the US. When looking at the new couples, there are plenty of interesting storylines to check out. One of these includes married couple Amani and Matt from San Diego, who are introducing Annie from Mexico into their family. 90-day Fiancé, what we know about Matt, Amani, and Annie. According to Entertainment Weekly, Matt and Amani have a happy marriage but have been exploring a polyamorous relationship with Annie. After 10 years of marriage with 2 daughters, the couple found love with Annie from Tijuana, Mexico. The throuple had been together for a year before filming their segments. Now, Matt and Amani want to make the relationship more serious by moving Annie to America with them. Moving Annie to America will be challenging for many reasons. Matt and Amani will need to divorce to have a chance for Annie to earn a spousal visa. Only then can any marry one of the partners to move forward on the process. Until then, Matt and Imani will focus on visiting Annie in Mexico, meeting her family, and navigating social norms. 90-Day Fiancé, issues the new polyamorous couple could experience. TLC exploring polyamorous and polygamous relationships is not new for them. Thanks to shows such as Sister Wives and Seeking Sister Wife, we have seen couples like these and their journeys for love before. However, that means that we've seen how these couples crumble apart when it comes to relationship dramas and communication problems. A common plot point in Seeking Sister Wife was using divorce as a means for a visa. However, considering how difficult the visa process and interviews can be, being polyamorous may not help. Legal poly relationships are also illegal in America, so it's very possible for this to interfere with Annie's visa eligibility. 90-Day Fiancé, fan reactions to the throuple joining the franchise. Fans were shocked to find out about Matt, Imani, and Annie. Under a Reddit post by user farflatworm5762 where each couple in season 11 is listed, fans question the logistics of the visa process with Annie. "I thought that was considered illegal or fraud," asked one user. "They can't legally marry her. She's probably on a different visa than the K1 and because TLC has run out of ideas," another adds. While some fans are confused and curious as to how this couple will turn out, others view it as TLC's way of grabbing more attention. TLC knows that with whatever couple they get on their shows, the more unconventional, the better. Matt, Imani, and Annie being polyamorous continue TLC's track record of covering relationships of multiple people. Past shows about poly relationships have proven to be very popular on the network, so TLC is hoping to guarantee a bigger surge of popularity on 90-Day Fiancé. 90-Day Fiancé's Sarper Güven exposes dark truth about relationship with Shekina amid split rumors. Sarper Güven from 90-Day Fiancé recently opened up about the harsh reality of his relationship with Shekina Garner amid rumors of a potential breakup. The couple first met in Turkey and, due to their strong connection, quickly became deeply committed to each other. After maintaining a long-distance relationship for years, Sarper moved from Turkey to the United States on a K1 visa to marry Shekina. They are currently featured in 90-Day Fiancé Season 11. Unfortunately, their path to marriage has been riddled with obstacles, including disagreements over prenuptial agreements. Sarper, who has been feeling lonely in the United States without his family, appears to be unhappy with certain aspects of his relationship with Shekina. He recently shared an Instagram story that was later reposted by @KikiAnKibitz, showing Shekina undergoing a new cosmetic procedure. In the caption, Sarper expressed his dissatisfaction with Shekina's frequent cosmetic procedures, saying, "She is non-stop doing something. The number of recovering days is more than regular days in our life." The blogger asked fans whether Sarper and Shekina were actually experiencing issues or if they were setting the foundation for an appearance in another season. What Sarper's complaints about his relationship mean? Sarper may not be compatible with Shekina. Although Sarper and Shekina have strong chemistry, they are not a very compatible pair. They have different perspectives on life and different future goals. Despite this, they are trying to make compromises to make their relationship work. Sarper left his family in Turkey to be with Shekina in the United States. She is tolerating his immature and aggressive behavior because she loves him deeply. However, it seems that love may not be sufficient to salvage their relationship. Since Sarper arrived in America, the 90-Day Fiancé couple has been frequently in conflict. Living with Shekina in Los Angeles has exposed Sarper to her American lifestyle, which he finds incompatible with his own beliefs. He is feeling tired and overwhelmed by her high-maintenance lifestyle, especially her frequent desire for cosmetic procedures. This has made Sarper realize the difference in their daily lives, causing him to question their relationship and publicly criticize Shekina on social media. His dissatisfaction hints at a lack of emotional satisfaction with Shekina, possibly indicating his desire to end the relationship. His complaints suggest that the honeymoon phase of their relationship has already come to an end. Our take on Sarper complaining about Shekina's lifestyle. Sarper and Shekina may be looking to create controversy. Sarper appears to be reaching a breaking point in his relationship with Shekina. Although he is still living in the United States, there is a possibility that he may secretly intend to return to his home country, Turkey. However, it's also possible that he aired his personal issues online to ignite discussion and controversy about his relationship, and potentially appear in another season. The couple thrives on attention, and they could be intentionally portraying their relationship as flawed to increase their chances of being invited back to the 90 Day Fiancé franchise. The path forward never seems easy on 90 Day Fiancé, the other way. The couples featured on the reality TV show must decide which country they're going to live in and deal with the challenging legal repercussions based on that decision. One of the most complicated couples featured on the TLC show is that of Sarper and Shekinah. While the two agreed that Sarper would come to the US for the time being instead of residing in his native Turkey, his time in the States has proved especially challenging. In the latest episode, the two had a fight that appeared to threaten their entire relationship at large. Sarper's time in the US has been busy so far. In the most recent episode of the series, Sarper and Shekina got into an argument that ended up spiraling into a much larger fight. Though Sarper has only been in the US for a little over a month, living with Shekina at her residence in Los Angeles, the transition has proved exceptionally challenging for him. Already the two have been through lots together while in the US. For one, Sarper reached a huge milestone when he was allowed to meet Shekina's teen daughter for the first time. Though he was sweating bullets leading up to the introduction, and though he wound up getting seasick during the boat ride where the meeting took place, ultimately the two were able to hit it off, and it seemed that Shekina's daughter approved of him. Sarper also met with Shekina's sisters, only one of whom he'd met before and with whom he did not get along. This time around, however, he seemed to demonstrate how his behavior had changed, and how he'd tried to reel in his quick temper from how it used to be. Sarper considered going back to Turkey in the latest episode. Beyond that, however, Sarper and Shekina have had tension over the fact that he can't work while in the US. Shekina recently complained in the latest episode about how she felt like Sarper was ungrateful for all that she did for him, which is how their argument began in the first place. After a long day of working, Shekina got upset when Sarper didn't seem appreciative that she'd gone through a lot of effort to also cook dinner for him. The fight between the two ended up escalating, with Sarper calling Shekina crazy and Shekina calling him useless. Her words really hit home for Sarper, who went on to reflect how his inability to work due to his visa status in the US was taking a mental toll on him. He elaborated on how this sense of helplessness was contributing to his depression. "I feel myself useless. Everything piled up, that depression, and I said it's enough. That's all. I just go downstairs, don't talk with her, let the time solve something, and this is where we are right now. We are not talking. Two strangers in the same house." For her part, Shekina noted that it hurt her to hear Sarper say that he wanted to go back to Turkey when she was going through such great pains to accommodate him in LA. She explained that she'd taken him to some parties there that he'd loved, and that she'd even sacrificed precious closet space to make room for his belongings. What's more, she explained that his threats of going back to Istanbul felt empty, as his status meant that he had to stay in the United States for longer. Shekina elaborated to the cameras how fights about Sarper wanting to leave LA were different from fights about Shekina wanting to leave Turkey. "I just feel like he doesn't even appreciate it. And it was different at his place when we were fighting because I could leave. And here, I can't leave my place. Like, this is my place. I'm not just going to leave. Only time will tell if the two are able to work through their latest blow-up, or whether it will prove a threat to their upcoming marriage plans." 90 Day Fiancé, the other way. How old is Sarper? Sarper Güven's age is a mystery to several 90 Day Fiancé, the other way Season 5 fans who've been watching his romance with Shekina Garner. Sarper has welcomed American Shekina into Turkey and home on the 90 Day Fiancé spin-off. Shekina was traveling through Turkey with a friend when she came across Sarper on a dating app. Sarper was intrigued by Shekina's name. He expected their first date to end up being a one-night stand, but it felt like a dream to Sarper. They saw the softer sides of each other. Shekina went to Turkey once again after she left for the US. They spent a week vacationing together, and Sarper felt his life changing. He had been with 2,500 women before Shekina and now only wants to be with her. Shekina may have decided to spend her lifetime with Sarper, however, he does have red flags. Not only does Sarper not post about Shekina on Instagram, but Sarper also wants Shekina to be a certain weight, wear his favorite makeup, and dress the way he wants. The couple, however, has a surprising outcome on 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 5. Sarper from 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way is 43 years old. With Shekina being 41, there is just a 2-year age difference between her and Sarper. Sarper is a self-professed Turkish bad boy and works as a model and personal trainer. Sarper has also danced in over 600 bachelor parties for 7 years. When Shekina first met Sarper, she described him as the most stunning man she had ever seen. Shekina also thought it was cute that Sarper was wearing makeup on their first date. How Sarper looked when he was in high school.